All right, y'all, what's up? It's your boy Big Will, aka Iron Will. We're gonna talk about movement today, boxing, kickboxing stance, to-dos, what not to do, angle steps, pivots, really give yourselves an advantage over your training partners. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, we're gonna talk about movement. This is the same diagrams I used in the stance video. X, Y, and X axis, or X and Y axis. I put a pair of shoes on the opposite side of the X axis to represent my opponent, right? So let's talk about forward and backward movement first, right? We're gonna step with the, if I'm moving forward, we're gonna step with the lead leg first. The rear leg is gonna step simultaneously to propel the rest of my body forward, right? Like that, okay? One more, okay? If I'm stepping backward, we're gonna step with the back leg first and use the lead leg to propel the rest of my body weight backward, okay? Here, okay? Now we're back where we started, right? So essentially the idea is you're stepping in the direction with that leg that's in that direction first, right? My forward leg is stepping forward first. My rear leg is picking up the slack and propelling the rest of my body weight forward, okay? Now let's talk about horizontal. Same concept, right? If I'm moving to my leftmost leg is gonna step first, and my right leg is gonna propel the rest of my body to the left, right? So here, okay? Very simple, very easy. Same concept, if I'm going back to the right, my rightmost leg is gonna step first, my left leg, which is my lead leg, is gonna propel the rest of my body to the right, okay? Very easy, right? So essentially, it's about efficiency and movement. A couple things you don't want to do, right? You don't want to step with, like if I'm moving forward, you don't want to step with the lead leg first, right? Now I'm here, right? I'm in a very narrow and compromised stance. If I get kicked, if I get punched, I'm probably going to stumble off balance. I might even fall over because that's just not a great, you're in an awkward, narrow position here, right? Same thing, you don't want to step too far, right? In either direction. So if I'm stepping way too far forward, right now, like let's say if this is kickboxing, my lead leg is incredibly compromised, right? I might even leave myself vulnerable because stepping that long, it may not seem like it when I'm just doing it by myself, but in a live situation, whether it's sparring or a fight, this is a very long action to do, right? And now to come out of this action is also long, and my opponent can easily time that and catch me with a few shots, right? Same concept if I'm going to the back, or if I'm going backward, or I'm going to the right, right? You don't want to do none of this, none of that, okay? We need to be able to make quick steps, right? To give ourselves the best chance to adjust and be as agile as possible, okay? A few other things you don't want to do, you don't want to cross your feet in either direction, so you don't want to do this, right? See, I'm already off balance, and I'm just doing it, showing you guys, right? You don't want to do this, none of that. You don't want to cross your feet at all, okay? That's just, again, off balance. You don't have a good foundation under you, and you're not able to make the necessary movements that you need to make at the drop of a dime if you need to, okay? So, a couple of things here. So I have the x-axis here. I'm gonna demonstrate or gonna show sort of the angled steps that you can take. These aren't pivots, right? So we're not doing this. Let me fix my tape because it's clearly been through the war zone. So, we're not going to do pivots right now, right? We're talking about that in a couple minutes. Right now, we're talking about angled steps. So I'm going to talk about an angled step to the right first, diagonal to the right, because we naturally sit in an angled step diagonal to the left. So let's talk about this direction first. The way you make the step is you're going to take a bigger step with your rear foot and a smaller step with your lead foot. So now we're here, okay? This puts us in a position to be able to hit, you know, a quick cross hook, uppercut, whatever strike is open to you, but it gives us an angle advantage on our opponent. If we can get this step fast, right, this gives us an opportunity to get a one-up on our opponent, right? Maybe you feint here, okay? And you give yourself an opportunity to get a one-up, okay? Now, let's talk about an angled step to the left. The easy one, all you're really gonna do is you're gonna propel yourself diagonal to the left. Now, you can hit whatever you need to do. A couple things to keep in mind, you are stepping to your opponent's strong side. If they're standing in this orthodox position, like I have the shoes face now, then you're going to be stepping to their strong side, their right side. Personally, I have no problem with this, okay? I know a lot of coaches will tell you not to step to the strong side. I think that there are advantages to doing so, and those advantages are if you're prepared for their shot, if you step with your guard up, right? Maybe you want to eat that shot, or maybe not eat it, but maybe you want to take that shot or brace for that shot, so then you can now fire your own combo. Because if you step here and they're throwing a right hand, you're covered, they're still there. Now you can hit 2 or 3, whatever you need to hit, right? If you're ready for that shot, then that's not a problem. Same concept with the kick, right? Right, if I shield this kick here, right? Now, same thing. Kicks take longer to recover from, so I can hit whatever I need to hit, right? I can hit whatever I need to hit while they're recovering from their kick. I took minimal or no damage, okay? So there's no problem for me, and maybe because I'm a big guy and I can take some shots, but I think that it's good to be able to train yourself to attack either to the left or to the right. You never know where your openings might be. You never know where your opponent's vulnerabilities might be. So it's good to train yourself in both scenarios, okay? And so once again, that step to the left, very simple. It's nothing really at all but a forward step. You're just angling yourself out to the left. Here, okay? Now I can do what I need to do, okay? So, as I said earlier, pivoting, right? What that looks like, we're using the x-axis here as a guide, right? We don't want to pivot here. We're over pivoting. We're essentially running into our opponent now, and whatever advantage you may have had is gone, okay? We're using this x-axis to give you a mental picture of how far you should pivot. Here, okay? We're about at the x. You can hit what you need to hit. Uppercut, hook, right hand, right? You can shuffle off more if your opponent moves, okay, which he will, because he's not going to stay still. So that gives you an opportunity, boom, if that makes sense, okay? So we're pivoting out to the right, using the x-axis as a guide, okay? Now when we pivot out to the left, it's the same concept, but keep in mind, pivoting this way puts us at a disadvantage if our opponent stays still, okay? So I'm showing you guys how to pivot out to the left with the assumption that your opponent is probably making some sort of clockwise move with relation to you, so that you can hit them and beat them to the advantageous angle. Here, okay? One more time, right? So I'm here, boom. Again, this is with the assumption that they've moved somewhat this way, okay? We don't want to take this angle and stay there, commit to it and stay there if our opponent is just sitting right there, okay? He's gonna have an advantageous right hand over the top. You're gonna try to block that or lean back some way, and then you're probably just gonna reset. So keep that in mind. Try these angles out, try these steps out. Remember to keep your foundation, your basics. Don't cross your legs. No wide steps, right? No steps with the wrong leg first. I hope you guys got something from this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. IronWillAthletics.la. I'll see you guys soon. If you're in LA, let's meet up. Let's train. Let's have some fun. See you guys later.